Palestinians have suffered enough.
He was Palestine's most articulate spokesman of the last 3 decades, and also its most unyielding. Saeb Erekat was born in occupied Palestinian territories and was educated in the US and UK, earning a PhD in political science. He worked as a university professor before entering politics and was one of the architects of the 1993 Oslo Accords, which created the first roadmap for the establishment of a Palestinian state. A champion for peace with Israel, he later became a voice for the disillusionment of the Palestinians, as the Jewish state refused to honor its commitments under the Accords, particularly on Jerusalem.
The insistence of President Trump saying that Jerusalem is off the negotiating table translates into that peace is off the negotiating table. This is very disrespectful to the international community, very disrespectful to international law. This is just rewarding the Israeli aggression and occupation and throwing this region down the path of chaos and lawlessness and bloodshed. This must stop.
When Israel indicated its intention to annex East Jerusalem, triggering the Second Palestinian Intifada, Erekat was there on the ground, watching Israeli tanks roll into the Palestinian areas. He was able to articulate the suffering of ordinary Palestinians facing bombardment and dispossession.
Israeli Sharon's fences are bad fences. This is the fait accompli policies in turning the West Bank and Gaza into the biggest prison in history. The end game of these fences is to suffocate the Palestinian people, is to put 3.3 million Palestinians in the biggest prison in history.
Palestinian conflict.
Erekat remained committed to the path of peace, but his disillusionment with the other side had grown. The recent Israeli election only compounded his disillusionment.
I think we have just witnessed a clear-cut vote by the Israelis to maintain the status quo as far as we Palestinians are concerned. This was a vote to maintain the status quo, to maintain apartheid.
Saeb Erekat will be remembered for his determination and eloquence in the fight for the Palestinian people.